Hey there everybody, welcome to Comiskey Park, and we are ready for game number 60 in the Chicago White Sox 1977 season replay. Last video we left, it was the Red Sox pouncing the White Sox behind Ferguson Jenkins. That was game number 57, and they won that game 10-4. There were two more games played offline in the series. The White Sox came back and won game 58 by the score of 6-4. Chris Knapp had a little bit of trouble, but they had good bullpen from LeGros and Hamilton to get it done. And the White Sox got two in the ninth off of Bill Campbell. And big blow there was a George Orta triple. Two-run triple by George Orta in the ninth. There were already two outs in the ninth at that point. But he got it off of Campbell, and then Hamilton shut the door, so Chicago beat Boston 6-4, and what that did is improve their record, the White Sox record, to 32-26. Fast forward to the final game of the series against the Red Sox, game 59. Chicago not so fortunate. Boston wins at 7-3. Louis Tiant had a nice outing, 6 innings, 3 runs, but Tom Murphy got the save with 3 innings of shutout relief, and the Red Sox just nailed Steve Stone early and often. 12 hits and 7 runs, so he got knocked around pretty good on that one. Big blow, Rice. This is when Rice hit for the cycle. I kind of put that on the one of the message boards, that Rice got the cycle in that game. And there you see it, double home run, did ground it to first, but then got a triple and a single in the 8th to complete the cycle. And with that loss, Chicago drops now to 32-27 after 59 games. So now we're ready for game number 60. New opponent is the Oakland A's, as they play the A's and the Angels in a quick homestand with the West Coast teams. So we're back at the friendly confines of Comiskey, and it will be the Oakland A's Vita Blue against Chicago's Ken Kravick. The A's come into the game 31-28. The Sox come in 32-27. And this game was played June 18th. There was an off day between the Sox series, the Red Sox series. So the bullpen's pretty fresh. They had a day off to rest. Now tomorrow's game, 6/19, is a doubleheader. So you don't want to burn your bullpen too much in this game, because you got the doubleheader to deal with in tomorrow's action. One player that I don't have a card for the Sox is Kevin Bell. And he's playing shortstop and batting 7th. But I do have the Strat Player app card, and there he is. So when it's his turn to bat, if the roll comes off his card, we will be using this particular card image to use for Kevin Bell. Let's go through the lineups very quickly for the A's. Rodney Scott's at second, Manny Sanguillen's catching, Mitchell Page in left, Dick Allen at first, Wayne Gross at third, Earl Williams the DH, Willie Crawford, recently acquired from Houston, is in right field. Tony Armas is batting 8th and plays center, and Rob Piccolo, the shortstop, will bat 9th. For the White Sox, it's Ralph Garr back in the lineup in left, Lemon in center, Orta at second, Zisk in right, Lamar Johnson at first, Spencer's still on the injured list, Soderholm's at third, and of course I already mentioned Kevin Bell at short. Nordhagen's the DH against the lefty blue. They wanted a right-hander DH, so Gamble's on the bench, and Essien is behind the plate. So Ken Kravick, the lefty, will be on the mound for the White Sox, and he'll be facing the Oakland A's in this one. Sox trying to get the homestand off to a good start, and the way to do that is to get off to an early victory. Now I've got all these things set up. I got my board set up, my super advanced charts and all this good stuff set up, and there's one critical thing I forgot to do, and that is get the dice. So let me get the dice, as that is absolutely 100% necessary. Can't play the game without it. So let's get the dice, and we'll pull out the red and white and the D20. So there we go. So now we're all set. That should be sufficient, and we are pretty much ready to go here from, I guess you can call them they usually call Wrigley the friendly confines. I'm not sure if they call Chicago Comiskey Park the friendly confines, but I'm calling them the friendly confines because in this replay Chicago seems to play better at home. All right, so here we go. Rodney Scott. Remember, this is played in advance with some super advanced for steals and fielding, but as far as no ballpark effects, no clutch, stealing is all advanced level, but the fielding is super advanced. All right, so here we go. Rodney Scott, switch hitter batting right-handed. It's a 2-5, and Scott against a lefty 2-5. He's going to draw a leadoff walk, so not what Kravic had envisioned, especially a guy like Rodney Scott, who is an A stealer. So we immediately go to A stealer. It's a 15, and Essien's a 0 arm. So let's see what the being held at a 15. If we look at the advanced stealing, I always have to refresh my memory because I keep going between advanced and super advanced, so I want to make sure I get it correctly. All right, it's an A stealer. It's a -2 on the hold, and I'm getting that out of the rule book right here. A, it's a -2. So -2. So Scott, who starts out as an A, is a 15. -2 is a 13. And like I said, you don't use the pitcher hold rating, and Essien's a 0, so it is a 1 to 13 all the way around for Rodney Scott. And it's a 16, so he's out. How about that? Essien got him. So Essien throws him out, and that goes, we'll call it 2 to 6. All right, here is Manny Sanguillen, the catcher. 4-10, Kravic against a right-hander. Catcher X. Catcher, in this case, Essien. His defensive rating, already seen him throw a runner out, but he's a 2E4. 2E4. 2 and an 18, that should be either a pop-up or a dribbler. Let's see, 2 and an 18 is a little dribbler in front of the plate. This is an 11. So let's see here, E4 for the catcher. There is no 11, so it's good play. We'll call it a 2-3 ground out. As Sanguillen kind of just tapped one in front of the plate. Easy out, 2 down. Brings up Mitchell Page, left fielder. 5-9, lefty on lefty. 5-9, it's a strikeout, so Ken Kravic, after that caught stealing, buzzes through the A's in the bottom of the first. Nothing doing for the men from California. And we go to the bottom of the first. Oakland nothing, and the White Sox coming to bat. And Vida Blue will be on the mound. I believe this is his last year with Oakland. He will move to San Francisco after this season. But right now he is with the A's. Ralph Garr, lefty on lefty. 6-11. 6-11 is a base hit. There is no ballpark effect, so it's a straight single for Ralph Garr. He's a C stealer. He will not run, but he will be held. So here's Chet Lemon. 6-5. 6-5 struck him out. So Vida Blue gets the K. 1 away for George Orta. 6-8, lefty on lefty. 6-8, and that's a split chance. I should have rolled a D20 ahead with the, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. 6-8, 1 to 8's a double, 9 to 20's a single. It's 2 stars, so even with a double, the run will not score. But a 1 to 8, it's a double. It's an 11, so it's single 2 stars for Orta. Puts runners at the corners with only 1 out, and the dangerous Richie Zisk stepping to the plate. 5-12, ground ball first base X. Now, one thing with Oakland, most of their fielders are not very good. They have a lot of 4s in their fielding defensive ratings. And at first base, Dick Allen is no exception. He's a 4E26. So even if he makes the play, it's doubtful it'll be a double play. 4 and an E26, a 4 and a 4 might even be a base hit. Let's take a look here. 4 and a 4 is a single 2 stars. So, and there's a 10, so I don't think there's an error on a 10, but I'll double check it again. E26 on a first baseman. There is no 10. So it's just a single 2 stars, so they keep the runners at the corners. But Garr will come in to score, and the Sox lead it 1-0. They're getting to Vida Blue early. Here's Lamar Johnson, the first baseman, subbing for the injured Jim Spencer. 1-11. 1-11 for Johnson against a lefty. Is a ground ball first base A. That's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. So this time they turn it. Does not get by Dick Allen. He turns it, and actually Vida Blue gets away pretty much scot-free, only allowing the 1 run. So after 1 complete, it is the Sox 1 and the A's 0. Top of the second, and Ken Kravic back out will be facing the aforementioned Dick Allen, the twilight of his career. 1-7 against a lefty, and that's a solid single for Dick Allen. So solid single. He doesn't run very well as the E-stealer. He will not be held. Here's Wayne Gross. 1-3 against the lefty, and that would have been a ballpark check if we were doing it super advanced, but it's simply going to be a fly to right in the advanced version. 1 away. Brings up Earl Williams, the DH. 4-4 against the right-hander for Kravick. Ground ball third base X, that's Soderholm. He's a 2E11. 2 and a 10. Should be a good play. I don't think it's a double play though. 2 and a 10. Yes, it is. It's G1, so a chance for a double play. And this is a 15, and he's an E11. E11, unfortunately, for Mr. Soderholm, on an E11, a 15 is right there in the middle. So Soderholm boots it. Could have been a double play, but instead it's an error. So that really hurts when he could have ended the inning right then and there, but it's an E5. So obviously neither team going to be putting a whole lot of gold glove guys out there. But that really... Let's see if Kravick can pitch out of it. That should have been an inning double play. Here's Crawford, lefty on lefty, 6-4. That's a walk. And that's going to load the bases. So Kravick now really in hot water. He's got to face Tony Armas with 1 out and the bases loaded. Infield double play depth, looking to turn 2 to get out of this. 3-6 against the lefty. Struck him out. Didn't get the double play, but he did get the whiff on Armas for out number 2. And now he has to get Piccolo. Last person to get by is Piccolo. It's a 2-8 against the lefty. He does it. Ground ball back to Kravick. And so Kravick pitches around that error. Picks up his teammate Soderholm. And the A's load the bases, but come away empty-handed. Go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 in favor of the White Sox. And Eric Soderholm will lead things off. Now I do have a player not on the roster for the Sox, Don Kessinger, flip backwards, and this is my placeholder to tell me when Kevin Bell is coming up so that I know to go to the Strat app, which I will get fired up right now and make sure that is ready to go, because when it sits sedentary it kind of resets itself, so I have to get everything back in line, and we're ready for that. So Soderholm leads off, but then we'll go to the app if it comes off the batter card. Here's Soderholm, 110. Soderholm 110, a fly to center. And that's 1 away. Now we've got Kevin Bell. So let's put Kevin Bell right here against the lefty. But we're off of Blues card. Bell's a right-handed hitter. 5-4 off of Vita Blues. A ground ball third base X. That's Wayne Gross. And Gross, as a third baseman, is a 4E31. So again, not very good. 4-2, that's definitely a base hit. It might even be a double. Nope, it's a single. And that is a 9. E32, there is no 9, but it will be a single for Kevin Bell. So Kevin Bell will reach, and we can put the Strat app away for a bit. Here's Nordhagen, 1-8 against the lefty, struck him out. So Nordhagen down on strikes, 2 down, and it's up to Jim Essien. 5-7, 5-7. And Essien comes through. Look at that. Right in Vita Blues spot to give up hits. 1-7 is a double. 8-20 is a single. 2 stars either way. It's a 12, so it's a single, but it's 2 stars. So that puts runners at the corners as Bell will motor to third. And now it's up to Ralph Garr to bring him home. Ralph Garr, runners at the corners, 2 outs. 1-6 against the lefty. He's going to fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. Mitchell Page puts that away. So the Sox threaten but come away empty. After 2 complete, it's Chicago 1 and Oakland 0. And Ken Kravick will be coming back out. He's got a 7 on his fatigue, as does Vita Blue. So if they pitch well, they can go a fair number of innings, and they want to, because again, you got that doubleheader tomorrow. So you want to save your bullpen. All right, back to the top of the order, and Rodney Scott. Scott walked and got caught stealing last time. 4-4 for Kravick against a switch hitter batting right. Ground ball third base X. That's Soderholm. He's a 2E11. Last time Soderholm made an error. 2-19, he'll get to that. There's a 9. I don't think he'll make an error on a 9, but we'll double check it. He does not. He made an error on a 15 last time, but this time's a good play. Soderholm puts away Scott. 1 away for Manny Sanguillen. Many years in the Pirates, but finishes his career with Oakland. 110. 110 is a ground ball to first. 2 down. Now, I don't have it in front of me, but I thought he was involved in some kind of trade with Chuck Tanner, like manager for player kind of trade between Pittsburgh and Oakland, but I could be wrong about that. I don't have it in front of me. Going off a fleeting memory is all. 1-3 is a solid single for Mitchell Page. No ballpark effect, so it's single will be good. He is a double-A Steeler, so he's definitely going to look to run. Starts as a 17. And again, we go back to right here. It's a minus, continually a -2. So it makes him a 15. And of course, nothing from Essien. So 1 to 15, he'll make it. At 17, he's thrown out. So Essien 2 for 2 on caught stealings. As that blue D20 has served him well. That green D20 has long since been given its last rites and sent away for good. And the blue D20 has served him much better. So that's going to end the inning. That throw him out ends the inning with Dick Allen sitting at the plate. So he'll have to lead off next inning. Vida Blue facing Chet Lemon. Lemon struck out his first trip 4-4 against the right-hander. That is a ground ball to short. Defensive check for Piccolo. And Piccolo at short is a 3 E26. So at least he's not a 4. 3 and a 14, he'll get to that. E26 and a 15. E26 at short with a 15. There is no 15, so it's good play for Piccolo. As he throws out Lemon. 1 away. Here's George Orta. 1-6 against the lefty, and that's a home run chance. 1 to 5 will be a dinger. 6 to 20 is a double. That's a 19, so it's a double for George Orta. He's singled and now he's doubled. So Orta off to a good day. Here's Richie Zisk. 3-4 for Zisk against the lefty. He's going to walk. That does set up a double play, and Lamar Johnson did hit into a double play his last time up, so got to be cognizant of that. 3 against the lefty, and he's done it again. Ground ball, second base A, so he's done it again. Second double play in a row Lamar Johnson has hit into to thwart a rally and put a 0 on the board for the Sox. So the Sox starting to miss Jim Spencer awful big now. Not sure when he comes back, but they'll be glad to have him when he does. Here's Kravick back on the bump facing Dick Allen. He was at the plate when Page got thrown out. 1-6 against the lefty. 1 to 12 is a single. 13 to 20, he grounds the solder home. It's a 12, so it does fit through for a single. 2 for 2 for Dick Allen. He's an E-Stealer, of course. He's not going anywhere and not being held. Here's Wayne Gross. 3-7 against the lefty, and he's going to walk. So Oakland mounting another threat. 2 on. Nobody out for the DH, Earl Williams. Infield looking to turn 2. 2-8 against the lefty, and they do it. Ground ball, shortstop A. So 6-4-3. Maybe we'll start to employ some hit and runs or something to break up this monotony. But you also run the risk of a strike him out, throw him out as well. Here's Crawford with the runner at third and 2 outs. 4-7 for Kravick. 1 to 3 is a single. Anything else will be caught by Johnson. So if he can avoid a 1 through 3, he's out of the inning. And he does. So Lamar Johnson snags it. And that double play, huge, getting Kravick out of there. So nothing for the A's. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 1-0 Sox. Not exactly the hitmen that we come to expect, as we have more of a pitching duel between Blue and Kravick, plus some untimely double play hitting. All right, so Soderholm is up, which means Kevin Bell is coming up second. So we'll fire up the Strat app just in case. 5-8. Blue against a right-hander. 5-8 is a ground ball to third. Handled by Gross. 1 away. So now we have Kevin Bell. So, but first of all, if it's not on the pitcher, if it's on the batter card, that's when we have to go to him. It's actually on the pitcher card, so we don't even have to go there. 6-9. That's an in-home run chance. Now Bell, we do need to look at this. Bell is, let's see, he is a normal power against lefty, weak against righty, but since Blue's a lefty, it's normal power. Look at all those home runs he has in column 3. So, in this case, 6-9, home run 1 to 7. So if we roll a 1 to 7, it will be a home run. 8-20, it's a double. And it's a 7. It is a 7. So, again, not playing super advanced. We're not robbing home runs. So, Kevin Bell, how about that? Off a Vita Blues card. Hits the home run, and the Sox lead it 2-0 rather. So, Kevin Bell comes through. Here's Nordhagen, 4-8. Pops it up to short, handled by Piccolo, 2 down. For the catcher, Jim Essien. 3-11 against the lefty. He's going to ground to third. Gross has it. And that's out of there. But Sox net 1 run on the home run by Kevin Bell. And we go to the top of the 5th. It is the Sox 2 and the A's nothing. Ken Kravik dodging some men on base with some timely double play balls and some timely clutch pitching. Now faces Tony Armas. 2-9 for Armas. A 1 is a single. Anything else, he will line to second. And snagged by Orta. 1 away. So Armas is gone. And here's Piccolo, shortstop. Grounded back to Kravik his first trip. 4-5. And this time he's going to strike out. So Kravik got him. Piccolo out of there on strikes. And we go to Rodney Scott, top of the order. 6-5, and that's an in-home run chance. Rodney Scott against the lefty, though, is weak power. So 1-2 is a single. 3-20 will be a double. And that's a double for Rodney Scott. So Scott is in scoring position with 2 outs for Manny Sanguillen. Kravik's got to buckle down again. 2-7. Didn't do it. That's a single, 2 stars, and that will score Scott. And the A's are on the board. It's 2-1. So 2-out magic by Manny Sanguillen. He's a D-stealer. He will not be held. He's not going anywhere. Here's Mitchell Page. 4-7 against the lefty. 1-3 is a single. 4-20. It'll be caught by Johnson. And it is caught by Johnson. Liner to first. Innings over. But Oakland picks up the run on the double by Scott and the single by Sanguillen. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Chicago 2 and Oakland 1. And Vita Blue on his way back out, finally getting some run support. See if that bolsters his confidence. Here's Ralph Garr, top of the order for the Sox. 2-9 against the lefty. 2-9 is going to ground it back to Vita Blue. 1 away. Here's Chet Lemon. 6-6 for Lemon, and that's a fly to center. Handled out there by Armas. 2 away. Here's George Orta. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double. 6-2 for Vita Blue against the lefty. He's going to walk. So Vita Blue says, I want no part of you this time. And he walks him. He's a D-stealer. He will not be held. Here's Richie Zisk. 6-4. Catcher X. So that's Sanguillen. And Sanguillen is a 3-E4. So a 3-E4 for Sanguillen. 3 and a 5. So let's check the result there on the catcher. 3 and a 5 is a P/P. So we could be looking at a pass ball possibly. There's a 8, and he is an E4. I don't think he makes an error on that. He does not. But a P/P talks about, let's see here, possible pass ball. So let's go to the pitcher wild pitch rating, which is blue as an 8. So if we roll higher than an 8, or lower than an 8 rather, 8 or lower, it is a pass ball. It's 2, so it is going to be a pass ball on Sanguillen. So Sanguillen with a pass ball, and unlike the advanced, it would be followed by a pop-up, but not in this case. With the super advanced, it is a pass ball, and the runner is still, or the batter is still at bat. So Zisk is still up with the runner at second now. Facing blue, 5-9, fly to left, innings over. So the pass ball doesn't really materialize to anything. We've played 5 complete here at Comiskey. Score still 2-1 Sox. So pitcher's duel. For those that like pitcher's duels, came to the right place so far. Here's Dick Allen. 3-9 for Allen. That's a solid single to right field. Allen is 3 for 3. Not much of a runner. He's an E-stealer, so he will not be held. Here's Wayne Gross. 1-5 for Gross. That's a solid single to center. So it puts runners at first and second, as Allen's not going to try anything fancy. First and second, Earl Williams. He's not much of a bunter, so they're going to let him swing away. 5-8, pops it up to shortstop Bell, and it's infield fly roll. One away. Brings up Willie Crawford, lefty on lefty. 3-7 for Crawford. Ground ball to second. That's a double play. 4-6-3. So yet another double play turn in this game. And the A's, I may have to employ some running strategy for the A's because they seem to hit into a lot of double plays if you don't. Of course, the Sox have as well. So, but like I said, if you try it and you get caught stealing, then that doesn't help either. So here's Lamar Johnson to lead it off. He's hitting the 2 double plays, but he's leading off, so he can't do it this time. 6-5, he's going to strike out. Well, that's about as bad as you can get when nobody's on base. So Lamar Johnson's had about the worst day he can have. He's had 3 at-bats and made 5 outs. Here's Soderholm, 2-4. 2-4 against a lefty. Pop out to short. Would have been a ballpark effect, but not doing that. So Piccolo makes the catch. And now we're back to Kevin Bell. So we'll get that player card, Strat app player card ready, just in case. First 2 at-bats have come off Blues card. And it comes off Blues card again. 4-12 against a right-hander who's going to ground to short. And that's going to end the inning. So far we haven't needed that because of the way the at-bats have gone. But you never know. So 6 innings are in the books. It's still a very tidy 2-1 game in favor of the Sox. And now both pitchers will be entering their point of weakness inning, number 7. And here's Tony Armas. 4-6. 1-6 is a double. 7-20, he will fly to Chet Lemon. And that is a 9. So he does fly to Chet Lemon. The 6 has a dot under it. This one does not. So it's a 9. So the 9 means that he flies to center. Lemon was able to run it down. 1 away. And here's Piccolo. 3-4 for Piccolo. He's not going to run this one down. 1-4 is, 1-8 is a triple. 9-20 is a double. That's a double for Piccolo. 1 out double. And that brings up Rodney Scott. Speaking of doubles, he doubled his last time up. 4-10. Catcher X. That's Essien. And Essien is a 2-E4. 2 and an 11. 2 and an 11 is a pop-up. And this is an 8. And on E4 there is no 8, so it's simply going to be a pop-up. So it pops it up right up the chute. Handled by Essien for out number 2. And now he has to get by Manny Sanguillen, who had that RBI single his last time up. First base is open, but you really don't want to pitch to Mitchell Page, even if it is lefty on lefty. 1-7. Gets Sanguillen to fly to center to get out of that jam. So some quality pitching there by Jim Essien, as he was able to get that done and get out of that, avoid trouble even after that 1-out double by Mr. Piccolo. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Score still 2-1 in favor of the Sox. Vida Blue will be starting his point of weakness inning. But as usual, when we're back in the friendly confines, it's time for Harry. So let's go with Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Harry's getting the team riled up. Maybe they can get some runs here. Try to increase that lead. Here's Wayne Nordhagen, the DH, 1-7, and it comes, the pep rally from Harry may have helped. 1 to 9 is a double, 10 to 20 is a single. That's a 20, so it's a leadoff single for Nordhagen. Now Essien is a B bunter, so he may think about bunting here, and I think he will. And we're going to do these, just the advanced bunting, not the super advanced. So we're going to roll the 2 D6s. That's a 6. And they're playing, he's a B bunter, they're expecting it, so it's a C. So a C on a sacrifice with a 6, batter is thrown up by third baseman, runner advances. So it's a 5, we'll call it a 5-4 sacrifice. And it gets the job done. Moves Nordhagen to second base with 1 away. Voids the double play possibility. And now Ralph Garr and Lemon have 2 shots to bring him home. 5-7, and it might do it, well, it won't do it here. It's only a 1 star, even if it gets the hit. 1 to 18 is a hit, but it's only 1 star. 19 to 20, it's grounded to first. It's a 12, so it's a base hit, but it's only a 1 star single, so Nordhagen will stop at third. Runners are at the corners. Now the Oakland bullpen is moving along pretty well and getting things going here with right-hander Joe Coleman is loosening. He's just about ready, but they're going to give him a shot to get Chet Lemon. Runners at first and third, 1 out. They're playing for 2, playing for that double play. 5-5. And don't get it's a fly ball, right field B. That's a sacrifice fly for Chet Lemon. So situational hitting at its best. Right there, that sacrifice fly. So playing a little small ball go the Sox, and it works for a run. The single, the sacrifice hit, another single, and a sacrifice fly. So 2 sacrifices in the same inning. Not going to see that happen very often with the hitmen, but it worked for a run. Increases their lead to 3-1, and here's George Orta. 6-3 against the lefty. Fly ball left field X, that's Mitchell Page, and that could be trouble because, like I said, Oakland, their fielding is not the best. Page is a 4 E18, so he's going to need a quality roll to catch this. 4 and a 5, I think, is going to drop in for a base hit. We'll double check that. 4 and a 5 is going to be a single, 2 stars, and let's check for an error. There's an 8, and he is an E18. Miraculously, there's no 8 there, but it is going to be a single, 2 stars. Is Mitchell Page with limited range, unable to get to that. And that puts runners at the corners once again. And that's going to do it for Vida Blue. With Richie Zisk coming up, they're going to the right-hander Joe Coleman. So Joe Coleman will be making his appearance. Vida Blue goes 6 2/3. And he faces 30 batters, but we'll do the rest later. Right now, Vida Blue exits, and the right-hander Joe Coleman is coming on to face Richie Zisk and try to keep this a 3-1 game if at all possible. 2 on, 2 outs for Richie Zisk. 2-2 against a right-hander is a fly to right, and that's going to end the inning. So Coleman did his job. Sox do pick up the run, though, playing small ball, and at the end of 7, it is 3-1 Chicago. And we'll see if Oakland can respond. Kravick, last inning, gave up a double, so he's still good for his point of weakness because he only given up 1 hit, but Laren LeGros, the closer, is loosening, just in case. Here's Mitchell Page to start the 8th. Lefty on lefty, 5-6. 5-6, struck him out. So Kravick gunning for a CG here. Here's Dick Allen. Can't get Dick Allen, though. Can't get him out. He's 3 for 3, 6-7. Got him that time. That's a strikeout. There's a dot there, but he's not tired yet, so strikeout will stand. 2 up, 2 down. So maybe Harry's singing did it for not only the offense, but also for Kravick. 110 for Gross. Solid single, so that's a 2-out single for Gross. That will bring up Earl Williams, the DH. 1-5. That's a walk, so it puts 2 on. And now we might see LeGros, although Crawford, the lefty, is the batter. Kravick, 1 more batter, he'll be his point, his weakness. They're going to let him pitch to Crawford. Last batter is Crawford. If it doesn't get Crawford, he's out of there. 3-3 against the lefty. Got him to, 3-3, got him to ground to first, and that's going to end the inning. So Kravic is out there. He's going to go 8, and that's going to be it. They're going to bring in LeGros after that. So Kravic goes 8 innings, faces 34 batters. And he'll turn it over to Laren LeGros to try to close it out here in the 9th. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th first of all and see if the Sox can even add more to their lead. And it'll be Lamar Johnson facing Coleman, but actually Johnson will be pulled now that the righty's in there, and they'll go ahead and bring in Oscar Gamble. He will be the new DH. So Oscar Gamble, the new DH. And they're also going to get a new shortstop in. I think Bell is going to be lifted for defensive replacement in the 9th. Here's Oscar Gamble to lead off against Coleman. 6-6 against a lefty. That's a walk. So Coleman walks him. Leadoff walk. Gamble's an E stealer, but he will not be held. But actually, he's going to come out of the game now. They're going to go to a pinch runner. And they want somebody who runs a little bit better than him. So they're going to go to, well, they actually don't have anybody. All the guys on their bench are slow. So they're either D stealers or E stealers. The only one that's not is a C stealer, Nordbrook, but he's going to come in defensively. So we're going to leave Gamble in the game. I guess they'll leave him in there. So Gamble's going to stay in. Here's Soderholm. 312 against a right-hander. And then that's the old Lomax right there. Line out third base max. Neil Lomax strikes. And that is a line out to third. Caught by Gross. Catches Gamble napping. Fires over. 5-3 double play. So 2 up or 2 down now after the line out double play. And it takes us to Kevin Bell. We'll go ahead and let him hit. If again, we're off of Coleman. We're off the pitcher card each time. 6-10, fly ball center field X. That is Tony Armas. And Armas is a 3 E10. 3 and a 5. Might fall in. Let's take a look here. 3 and a 5. It does. It's a single. There's an E8. Or a number 8 on an E10. There is no 8, so it's just going to be a single. So Kevin Bell will single. Kevin Bell singles. And now he will be lifted for a pinch runner, Tim Nordbrook. And Nordbrook will also come in and play shortstop after the fact. So we'll get the bogus Kessinger card out of there and bring in Tim Nordbrook. And Tim Nordbrook is a C stealer. He's not going anywhere, but he will at least be held, and he will come into play short because he's a much better defensive, well, not really, he's a 4E38, so it could bring Bannister, but he's also a 4, so you're looking for defense. It's not the place to be. 1-5 for Nordhagen, and that's a triple. Look at that, a solid straight triple for Nordhagen on a 1-5 against a right-hander. So Nordhagen delivers the RBI triple, and the Sox get an extra insurance run. They now lead it 4-1. And that brings up Essien. 1-9 for Essien. Struck him out to end the inning, but that extra run certainly looks good. It is now a 4-1 ball game as we go to the 9th. And again, Nordbrook takes over at short. And the new pitcher for the White Sox, as Ken Kravic went 8 very solid innings. And they will turn it over to their closer, Laren LeGros. So LeGros is on to try and finish the deal. He's going to be facing Armas, Piccolo, and Scott. But we'll look at the bench for the A's and see who they have on the bench that might be a better hitter. Mike Jorgensen's actually going to hit for Piccolo. So Jorgensen will be the pinch hitter for Piccolo. So it's going to be Armas and then Jorgensen, the pinch hitter. So Jorgensen will pinch hit. And they've got another shortstop on the bench if it happens to go to the bottom of the 9th. But first things first, it is Tony Armas against Laren LeGros. All right, here's Armas facing LeGros. 4-1 Sox, top of the 9th, 3-10. Fly ball to right. Armas is out of there, 1 away. Brings up the pinch hitter, Jorgensen. 3-3 for Jorgensen. That's a single. So a pinch hit single for Mike Jorgensen. And that'll bring up Rodney Scott. Now Scott, he's a decent hitter, so they're going to leave him in there. Jorgensen, running wise, he's a C. He will be held. 4-5 for Scott. Switch hitter batting left, 4-5. 1 to 10 is a home run chance, but he has weak power, so 1 to 10 is a single. 11 to 20, he flies to right. To 15, so he flies to right. Handled by Zisk, 2 down. And now it's all up to Manny Sanguillen. Last chance for the A's. 5-7. Struck him out. LeGros gets the K on Sanguillen and puts the kibosh on any thoughts of an Oakland A's rally. And the ball game is over. The Sox, with the victory, improved to 33-27, which matches their real life at this point because they won this game in real life to go to 33-27. So right now the Sox are right on their season average as far as, or their pace for their wins. So let's do some totals here. We know Vita Blue is the loser. We know Kravik's the winner, and we know that the save goes to LeGros. LeGros pitched 1 inning, gave up a hit, struck out 1, didn't give up anything else. So we'll fill these in here real quick. All right. See how many hits Kravik gave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits given up by Kravik. So 10 total for Oakland. So Oakland 1 run on 10 hits and no errors. We know the Sox made 1 error. That was Soderholm. And we know they scored 4 runs. Let's see how many hits they had. Well, Coleman pitched an inning in the third. And in that inning in the third, he gave up 2 hits. Faced 6 batters. Gave up the 1 run on that triple. He walked 1, struck out 1. All right, and a home run by Bell was the only home run of the game. All right, so let's see how many hits Vita Blue gave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He gave up 9. So that gives him 11 hits. So 4, 11, and 1 for the Sox. 1, 10, and 0 for the A's. Total runs given up by Vita Blue, 3 runs all earned. Still not a bad outing. Let's check his walks and strikeouts. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. All right, let's check Kravik for his runs allowed. 1 run. And let's check his walks and strikeouts as well. He walked 1, 2, 3. Got him for 4 walks. So he pitched around some of those walks. Strikeouts, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's check left on base for Oakland. 1, 2, 3. Left on base is loaded in the second. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They left 10 on base. So that was part of their problems. 1 run, 10 hits, no errors, and 10 left. That's an ugly line score. And for the Sox, left 1 here, 1 here, 1's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got him for 8 left on. All right, so unofficially, until I put it in the computer, it's not official. But just in my quick glance here, Sox beat the A's 4-1. 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 8 left for Chicago. 1 run, 10 hits, no errors, and 10 left for Oakland. Winning pitcher was Ken Kravik. He went 8 innings, gave up 9 hits and a run, walked 4, struck out 5. Laren LeGros gets the save by pitching the 9th, giving up 1 hit and a strikeout. Vita Blue took the loss, 6 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 home run, that was to Bell, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and then Coleman, inning in a third, gave up 2 hits and a run based on that triple by Nordhagen. Walked 1, struck out 1. So game 60 is in the books. The Sox are now 33-27 as they go into their doubleheader tomorrow with Oakland. It'll be games 62 and 63, which we played on the PC. And then game 64 will finish out the Oakland series, also on the PC. And then game 65, back on the video, it'll be the California Angels. And I don't know the pitching matchups, but it could be a Nolan Ryan or a Frank Tanana sighting. Or it could be Ken Brett, because Ken Brett was traded from the Sox to the Angels in exchange for reliever Don Kirkwood, who is now on the Sox. So Don Kirkwood is helping out the Sox bullpen, and they gave up Ken Brett to do it. So Ken Brett could be facing their former teammate. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. As far as this video, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it as a premiere or just put it out there as a recorded video. Haven't decided that yet. I'm leaning more toward just a recorded video, but we'll see how it goes. I'm recording this on Sunday, August 11th. So I'm thinking about putting this out either today or possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll wait and see. But anyway, that's it. Game 60 is in the books. Sox win it 4-1. Star of the game, we'll give it to... Actually, we'll give it to... boy, it'd be hard not to give it to Kevin Bell. I mean, single here and a home run here and a single here. I mean, that's 3 for 4. Scoring 2 runs. Well, actually, Norbrook scored the run because he pinch ran, but still, 3 for 4 with a homer. Not bad. So I'm going to give it to, or you could give it to, I guess, to Kravic for 8 innings of one-run game. So maybe co-MVPs, Kravic and Bell. Sounds like a, I don't know. Sounds like something. But anyway, that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of strat-o-matic, Chicago White Sox style from Comiskey Park, 1977. Again, the final score, Chicago 4, Oakland 1. Until next time, enjoy and play whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.